What's up, gang? This is X, and in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Just kind of discussing it, giving some more thoughts, ideas, reflections, etc. Now, I tried to join a Discord for this server. This anime. I just got off a flight, so I'm kind of tired. But point being, there was no one there. It was like from 2015, and there was like 2 people in that server, bro. So that's just not happening. I figured, hey, why not make a sort of hour-long, 40-minute-long video just talking about this anime, how much I enjoy it, what I appreciated about it, what I don't like about it, and everything in between. So really, let's just start off with the main character of the show. And I didn't make a video essay on him because there's so many amazing resources out there on YouTube. The GX community is very awesome. Like, there's not a Discord, right? But I noticed as soon as I put up maybe my first GX video, I was getting recommended so many amazing videos by fellow like-minded individuals that were producing some really great content on GX, going in deep with some of the themes there with characters like Judai. And I just figured, hey man, I could take a crack at it for sure, but these guys have really done such a great job in kind of exploring the whole Jungian psychology aspects of Judai's character, some of the mythology that's in Yu-Gi-Oh! Itself, and how it relates into the philosophy and the core themes of the show. So I figured, hey man, why don't I just cover maybe some of the side characters a bit more in depth that really stood out to me, like Austin O'Brien. Of course, Hellkaiser Rowe is always been a favorite of mine since first saw him in the show. Just an absolute beast, an awesome character. Amon Garam, too. Like, I really appreciate the comments that I got from some folks, because I never would have made those videos, especially with Amon Garam, because that was actually a really tough video to make. Like, talk about just an insanely complex character with so much going on. It's almost criminal that he isn't the main character of his own anime at that point, you know? Right? And then you take the Hellkaiser essay that I made, and I just think it's probably the best video essay that I've ever made. The first half of it is okay to me. It's like a little bit, it's introductory of like the characters and stuff. It's setting up context, but the second half is just really funny. I get like animated there, and I don't exactly agree with my own essay though, that people are redeemable no matter what, because there's certain lines you cross where it's just like, buddy, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? But I think it's like a good message overall, and if you take it in a sense of like, you can be redeemable in your own life if you've made mistakes, right? I don't want to, there's obviously extreme examples where it's like, if you've caused a certain amount of harm or just done some kind of crime in a community, like, you're still human, of course, but I don't think you're necessarily like fully redeemable, right? So it's just kind of like playing into that whole Star Wars kind of theme with Vader, honestly, with the whole like, there's still good in you. I've always liked that theme a lot. So yeah, I recently actually rewatched in 2024. I watched Revenge of the Sith at least like 4 times. I read the book, and I rewatched every single movie. And man, episode 6 just really just, wow, what an amazing one. Now I might actually have to put that as my number 3 instead of episode 2. And of course, episode 3 is my number 1, and then episode 5. So yeah. And also for you boomers watching, I'm talking prequels, baby. So Revenge of the Sith, man, it's always gonna be number 1. I don't care. I don't care, bro. If you hate on my goat, Hayden Christensen, come on, man. That's the goat right there. That's the goat. Come on, man. You guys, everyone was hating on him. Now it's all love because he's the GOAT. So, really, I really got off topic there, but Judai is just a wonderful protagonist. You see this journey from the whole gotcha, and he's kind of naive and got the whole like the power of the friendship, heart of the cards thing going, kind of like Yugi. Like, Yugi is just an example of the duality of man, I feel like, where we have this kind of chiller side to us, but we also have this kind of aggressive and rageful and fierce and more like assertive side. And those two sides kind of coexist. So that's why I've always liked him so much, because it does such a good job of showing like the different selves. Like, I don't know if you guys have heard of the higher self, but there's like ideas of like the higher self kind of being able to make better decisions, and that there's kind of also like a lower self that might make poor ones. And I'm not necessarily saying that Yugi and Atem are like higher or lower than each other. I think actually like Yugi is a representation of maybe like the moon, where it's kind of more like your emotional side, because you see him like crying for his friends or like wanting to like do stuff, whereas like Atem is kind of like the sun, more like rageful and like standing on business and like let's get this duel going. I mean, they're both different characters, right? But that's just kind of an interpretation that I have of the two. And I got off topic again for the 9th time, but I guess what I'm trying to say about Jaden is really the trope just gets absolutely like split, and you kind of see this the darker side come out, which is sick, because too often it's like, oh my god, we saved the day, yay, and it doesn't happen in GX, and it kind of shows that chasing is not a good thing. Like, look at it this way: Judai is trying to like control an outcome. He's really trying so desperately to save Johan, and he's forgetting everyone around him because he's trying to control that outcome. Stoicism would say that you really shouldn't try to be controlling that outcome. And if there's anything we can learn from Jaden's character, it's that trying to pursue an outcome that's out of your control excessively is going to lead you down the wrong path, bro. And there's almost this theme of returning to oneself. And what does that mean, returning to oneself? That kind of means like coming back to who you are at your core. Because he's all out of distraught. He becomes the Dark Supreme King. It's a complete metaphor for just the... I mean, let's just say it how it is. He becomes an emotional crybaby who's throwing a temper tantrum that his buddy's gone, and he throws everybody else under the bus because of that, like a little bitch. And you shouldn't do that. Like, you should not do that. You should, like, if anything, Johan being gone, you should come together with all your other friends and work with them. But this guy was putting his head down and ignoring them. And to me, that's just That's not the move. I mean, on it, like you could do your own thing. Like there's nothing wrong with that as Judai's character. But the fact that he's just willingly just it's I don't want to make the comparison, but it's just so obvious. It is almost a little bit like Donzo and Seymour in a sense of a bit less than Donzo, but just in the general broad overarching sense of dude making really, really poor decisions because of that sort of, I want to say that just lack of logic, complete lack of logic. Like logic goes out the window and just feelings just runs everything. Because what is Donzo's character a representation of? It's a representation of fear mindset. I mean, it's ridiculous. In Naruto, it's like strict military faction, you know, we're going to do this. A strict military faction would not want to encage the Nine Tails, dude, when Pain is nuking the village. I'm sorry, bro, but no, that is not how militaries operate. They would be like, yeah, let's set up the Nine Tails and kill this guy immediately. Like, okay, maybe Naruto's writing there was kind of shit. Maybe I'm just defending Naruto because Naruto is just my anime. It's just my comfort anime, my goat. But I think it's a little bit more like Seymour, where you take someone like Seymour. This is where I'm going to redeem myself with Seymour and FFX. Seymour is no. Do I really want to go into this? Let's focus on Judai. Come on. But no, but then he returns to himself, and that redemption is amazing. And we see him come out of that. And by the way, I'm not trying to slander Jaden or just call him names and to, like, put him down. Like, I know I'm calling him names, but he made a mistake, man. And we've all been there, man. It's navigating life. You have to make these kind of poor decisions and fail to actually learn from your mistakes and not do it again. So, you know, it happens, bro. When you have a good friend, they're gonna fuck up and they're gonna do shit. And it happens, man. I mean, whatever. But the point is that he still had good friends that still believed in him to make it out of that. And that was something that was really cool. That's why I highlighted Austin O'Brien and God, what's his name? Jim Crocodile Cook. That's why I highlighted them so much, is because you take like a comparison. It's like Toto Aoi from JJK. Like just brothers like coming to support you, bro. That is just, it wasn't even support on it. It was just like resurrecting this guy from a funk that he was in of being a like evil king killing people. And I guess it goes into that redemption theme of like the Darth Vader stuff I was talking about. Like there's still good there with Judai. And those scenes where he's just in that sort of otherworldly place and there's all those mirrors on the wall and his eyes are yellow and he's seeing his friends fade away into particle matter and he's seeing himself become like a monster. It's just the loss of someone you care about a lot. It can really, or people you care about a lot, because he lost all his friends. They got sacrificed. That'll really do you in, bro. That can really really mess you up because you're not prepared for that sudden change in your life. So you know, the ending though, where he duels Yugi and he finds out, hey, I'm doing this for fun. That's great. You know, that's what it's all about. And he beat Yugi with his Neo-Spacian deck. His Neos card is one of the coolest fucking cards of all time. It might be tied with Dark Magician for me as my favorite. Call me basic, but hey man, I don't play the game. Coaches don't play. I just watch the animes. I was actually I was wearing my hoodie, and someone came up to me and was like, "Hey man, you go to any locals?" And I was like, "Nah, dude. I just watched the anime. Blah blah blah. How's the locals going for you?" Like, "Oh, I haven't gone in a while, bro, but I'm thinking of going to some." So, Yu-Gi-Oh. Also, I don't want to smell like cheese curds and doozers for like 14 hours sitting in a card shop. So I've already experienced that going 0-2 at Super Smash Brothers locals. So the whole gotcha phrase is iconic too. I like that about his character, the gotcha, and the theme song. Also, his new theme song when he was in the dark mode was pretty sick. Here, play it. Pretty fucking swag, dude. I'm a huge metal guy, so and the whole reason I'm a metal guy is not because well, that's not true. It's mainly because of Naruto AMVs, like training into that. And just speaking of, I gotta get on the jump ropes and hit the gym, do some road work here real quick. But how long has this been going? Like, only 17 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I think I have a bit of a tough time with the yapping sessions. I'm not really natural like yapper. I think it's really good though to just get the ideas out there. That's why I do this. Let's move on to the next subject though. We just spent like 20 minutes on the first one. The 7 Stars arc. Hold up. I know the arc, but I just want to get like some visuals going so I can talk about some of the antagonists in this arc. So this is like a villains of the week type of arc, and it's just like endless filler characters. Like, it's canon, but it feels like filler. So, like, for example, like, you have this like vampire girl who has like green hair, and she battles Crowler, and it's just like the most mid duel ever. It's just like, what am I watching, bro? And what else is there? There's Tanya. Oh my god. And what's his name? Mitsuri Mitsuri has like a crush on her. Oh my god, dude. He gets down bad for her, bro. And she's like a jacked, like, she has a pretty cool deck actually. But then the funniest shit about that arc wasn't his name's Mitsuri, right? No, that's the Demon Slayer girl. Oops. Mitsuya, I think is his name. Mitsuya, right? Yeah, it's Mitsuya. Dude, they did Mitsuya so dirty, man. Oh my god. You want to talk about side characters just getting absolutely fucked? Mitsuya had the coolest decks ever, bro. He had the fire deck, the water deck, the earth deck. My guy was in Avatar, okay? And you make this, you just, oh, the potential was there. He was, he was Judai's rival, bro, at first. Like, fucking hell, dude. And, dog, he had the coolest decks ever, bro. Oh my god, dude. Hang on, let's like, Mitsuya's decks. He had the dark deck. He had every element, bro. Not Tokyo Avenger Mitsuya. Pisses me off how they did him. Like, I'm not a guy to like care about side characters, but then like I've always said that with like Naruto. Like, I don't care. Like, if we focus on Naruto and Sasuke, I don't give a fuck about Hinata. Like, whatever, dude. Oh, actually, that Hinata movie with Naruto, the last, it's a pretty solid movie. I would actually recommend it to any Naruto fan. If you want like a good romance film, it's pretty cool. I would check it out. But no, like, well, I guess, where's his deck? Cyber Dragon deck is freaking metal. If we can get a wiki pulled up. But no, you give this guy every cool deck in the book, and he just has a crush on this like jacked, like ethereal, like animal trainer. I'm like, why? What? Dude, he has the chemical and bonding deck. He has oxygen. He has a water dragon. He has hydrogen. Hydrogen. Like, what? What? Why are we reducing him to scrap, bro? He was supposed to be the number 2 guy. Come on. Don't even get me started on Chaz, okay? And I'm calling him Chaz because I see the sub. Because I see the dub in my my Instagram Reels feed all the time. Oh my lord. I forgot his sub name. June, of course, it's Manjome. Dude, Manjome is awesome. Okay, another fucking case though of just reducing this guy's character just being down bad for a girl, man. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, you see Judai fighting World War III here, getting this insane character development. And Manjome is just like, ooh, Asuka, you know? But he's a good character because he has those rich brothers who are complete dicks putting pressure on him. And we kind of see his development through the series. He becomes like, he's kind of like Sasuke, but then we realize he's actually just like a super chill, funny guy. And he's got the Ojama decks, or not decks, but the deck. The Ojamas are just so cool. Like, what the fuck? The Ojamas are sick, man. When they fuse together and just absolutely decimate someone. Also, there's a Pokemon player named Ojama. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's pretty famous. You might want to watch a BKC video about Ojama versus Earthworm. It's one of BKC's finest works. Let's actually pull that video up. See how long it is. Oh, only an hour long. So, yeah, I mean, next time you grab lunch, grab dinner, maybe you're on a walk working out, highly recommend you watch Ojama vs. Earthworm by BKC. In fact, I might actually do so myself, do a little re-listening on my my workout here today. What else? What other filler villains? Oh, God, you had the Ginyu Force in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, bro. They made a cameo. Oh, and then the guy with the hang on. The guy with the fucking black, what's his name? Black hat. He was cool, actually. That was a villain of the week that was like, okay, he's actually kind of cool. And in this like lava setting that they were in, dueling. And I think the parameter of the duel was like, I'm gonna guillotine your friend if you don't win this. That was sick. That guy, I'm not gonna clown him. He's cool. Oh god, dude, the whole thing with the teacher becoming the fucking fucking teacher is the villain, but he's not the villain. It's just like complete slop. It's like, what are we doing here? And then the brother of Tenjoin. And what's that one scene where like all the girls are just racing at him? I think I filmed that when I was watching it outside. Oh, Fubuki. Yeah, this guy turning evil was pretty cool, but yeah, that one scene where all the HUDs are just stampeding this dude is funny as hell. The main villain, though, in 7 Stars arc, Shadow Raiders. Yeah, that whole thing with the under the school and like unlocking those keys, that was actually a really cool concept, and I like that a lot. This friggin' name, bro. Shadow Raiders. Kagemaru. Oh yeah, Kagemaru was actually a really cool villain. And the duel with the 3 god cards and what are they called? The other 3 god cards, you know what I'm talking about. Was also pretty sick. I liked the arc overall. It was pretty fun. Yeah. Let's go over the Ginyu Force in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'm pretty sure I took like some videos on my phone, or like I definitely sent some videos into Discord and stuff. Bandit Group Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Yeah, Bandit Keith! Oh no, not Bandit Keith. Hang on, I'm on the wiki here. Night Shroud. Oh, by the way, the green-haired vampire girl is named Kamala. Oh, Night Shroud is the endgame villain, and he's awesome. This guy is like Sigma Elden Ring final boss type of battle. Like, I am completely devouring the world in darkness. Yummy, yummy. Kind of like Blackbeard on that island with Ace. Except Ace put up his fire and was like, ah, hell no. Bro, Blackbeard should have died in that fight. Like, I don't even understand how Blackbeard lived, bro. He got freaking fire stuck in him, bro. Okay, spoilers. This is my theory on why Blackbeard has such insane durability. I think that he was an experiment from Dr. Vegapunk. Like, experimented on. That's just my theory. It's like, also, I don't know if it's completely mine, because I was, back when I was like addicted to One Piece, just One Piece number one, One Piece the best. I was watching BDA Law. I was watching that Ohara, who's a really cool YouTuber, One Piece YouTuber. Who else? There's that one really popular One Piece YouTuber, the white kid who makes videos in his room with posters. Wait, oh, that's kind of like me too. But you guys know who I'm talking about. And I might have kind of formulated this theory by listening in to these guys' thoughts and then like combining it with my own interpretations. So I don't really remember how that idea came out there. I might have heard it from someone else. I might have just made it up. I don't really remember. But yeah. Yeah, I gotta catch up on One Piece this year. That'll be something to do. But yeah, dude, Night Shroud is sick. And that whole, I guess this is something I really want to talk about, is when we get to this point in the story, we kind of get to see that whole, like, Jungian psychology, shadow self aspect really put in play here, with everybody's insecurities, fears, and doubts being brought to the center. All the darkness is consuming them. So, for example, you see, I didn't mention it in the video, but see Austin O'Brien, his insecurity and guilt, or his survivor's guilt, similar to Ichigo and Bleach, actually, of, hey, wow, I survived this this brutal car accident and fire, and wait, I thought his dad survived though. Let me just double check. No, not the real Austin O'Brien. I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, man. He did survive. So, hang on. Austin O'Brien. Why does he feel guilty? You guys get to see me doing my research live. Not Downtown Abbey. Jesus Christ. It's those real show slop popping up first. God. Yeah, so he's literally tortured. Oh, okay. This is dark. So Austin, my goat, my favorite character from GX. It's a tough call, but one of my favorites. Kaiser's up there too, and Judai, of course, but kind of like Dragon Ball, where it's like Vegeta, Trunks, and Piccolo have always been my favorites. So, but yo, okay, like he has to choose between saving his mom and his dad in a brutal fire car accident, and that's traumatizing, bro. That's not survivor's guilt. That's just like guilt from having to make that choice of choosing one or the other. It's kind of like Monster. Not to always compare shit to compare, but let's focus in on this. So he has to choose, and he's tormented by that decision. It's like that insecurity of like, oh my god, am I a bad person because I chose my mom, I chose my dad? Like, that can really weigh on someone's mental. And you see Truman use that against him through the flashbacks, and it throws him off his game. But he was able to make it through that. He's the GOAT. Yeah, I see this Reddit thread from September. Was he underrated? He's underrated, bro. He's the GOAT of GX, the MVP. Literally, MVP of the show. Him and Crocodile Cook are the MVPs of the show. Like, goated duo, 100% win rate. Absolute legends. Well, I guess Cook did lose, but it was an oop to O'Brien. But, going back here. Or no, actually, let's stay on this. So, I'm really just hopping around from thing to thing, bro. There's just like ping pong or whatever that game is called, where it's like in the arcade or. So, man, oh my god, dude, this is really good. So, Asuka too is so insecure. She's like, how am I gonna become a teacher? At this card game that I play, like, am I good enough? And that's like eating away at her, and this wave of darkness crashes over. We see Marufuji Ro with his health conditions, him in a wheelchair. Can he be that strong older brother? Can he be that strong duelist still with his deteriorating health and condition? It's brilliant. It's just like having to confront those hidden aspects of your personality that might eat away at you and tell you you're not good enough, that doubt, and being able to, it's not so much of a quick like, oh, well, I'm back up again and I'm strong and I have a transformation and I'm strong now. It's like, no, this is a real thing. It exists. It's something that's permeating. It's not a quick fix solution. It's something you have to live with, and something. Well, I'm not sitting here saying you have to sit there doubting yourself, not like all day long and think you're not good enough. I'm just saying, challenges, self-doubt, maybe some of the things you don't want to address, they're going to be there, and you can't only have the light and the good without confronting some of the darker stuff, if you know what I'm saying. Like even me in the gym, bro, like I have so much experience in the gym, so much experience, but sometimes it's like, oh shit, can I really do this? You know, oh man, am I making progress? But you just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep pushing. Or like meditation, working on more spiritual aspects of life. Like, oh man, this feels pointless. Why am I even doing this? But you can't let that inner voice or whatever, that self-critic win. You gotta crank into overdrive and win, man. That's what you gotta do. And that's what they end up doing. And that's awesome that they can beat out these kind of negative thoughts. And I just really like the way it was portrayed in this kind of Neon Genesis Evangelion way of like the world was ending and there was all this symbolism to kind of depict the internal struggles. Really cool. And furthermore on Judai's character development, he is kind of stoic and doesn't really smile, and he's kind of depressed in season 4 because he's suffering from PTSD of losing his best friend. I mean, your best friend literally saves your life and then goes off and gets like absolutely corrupted by sacrificing himself, and you can't do that. You can't save your friend. And it's like, when you understand Judai's personality, okay, he's not a bitch. Like, you understand his personality, who he is, bro. He's just a good dude who wants to help people. You can't fault him for trying to help and like chasing after. Like, you can, I guess you could, what you can fault him for is like the method at which he went by it. He tried to go it alone, which you're not going to get very far doing that. So, as we could see, that's why opening 4 just hits so hard for me. Precious Time, Glory Days, banger, man, banger. He became a nonchalant aura farmer, you know. Yeah. Yeah, he literally goes from a child, a happy child, to a traumatized soldier. That is the character development of Yuki Judai, and it's amazing. It's one of the best character development arcs I've ever seen in any anime, period. I don't know if there's a single character, maybe like Guts from Berserk level, is like on that level too. Who else? Gon from Hunter x Hunter is up there. There's definitely more, but the point I'm trying to make is that Yuki Judai is definitely up there with the greatest character development arcs of all time, even if GX has some slop in it. Like, I don't care. You can tell me Kendrick Lamar is the best rapper of all time, and I'll just tell you Young Lean is the best, you know? Doesn't always have to be groupthink, bro. Uh, okay, so yeah. The real tone shift in GX occurs in Season 3 when Marfujiro, or Hellkaiser Ro, really goes on his Hellkaiser arc to the fullest, and we get introduced to all the new students. And of course, Edo Phoenix is like one of the best characters ever in the show, just searching for the man who killed his father, going on this kind of revenge arc, and also his Destiny Diamond Dude, just the transportation into that sort of clock domain area was just amazing, just absolutely fire. I'm a huge fan of Edo Phoenix, dude. Just like that point in the show with Dio's voice actor. That villain. What's his name again? No, that's English. Oh, Sayo, of course. How could I forget? Yeah, so Sayo's character was also one of my personal favorites in the entire show. He has Dio Brando's voice actor, which is just peak. Because, listen, I tried to get into JoJo's and made it like 10 episodes in, but I don't know if it's my vibe exactly. I'll have to maybe re-explore it, but yeah, JoJo's is one where it's like I'd be down to watch some more episodes, but it's not at the forefront of my like anime I must watch right now. But I do like Dio Brando. I like his voice actor a lot, and seeing him do his thing as Sayo's character was awesome. I mean, this guy is just Mr. Determinist, like that everything is just happening predetermined, and it's just it's just great. It's just brilliant. The backstory of him and his sister, and how he acquired this power of just fortune telling and seeing into the future, and how it isolated him and put him apart from the world and kind of made him bitter and just isolated and lonely. And then he took all this and he just pretty much decided to become an asshole. Like, who literally just picks up Edo Phoenix and just makes him his, like, bitter, I guess. Yeah, the whole duel between him and Judai was absolute peak. Neo's appearance was just god tier. Absolutely god. I remember I was watching that in the summer. You know, I was watching that on my PC. I had it playing through the speakers, and when Neo's just came in out of nowhere during the duel when it felt hopeless, and then the Yuki Judai theme started playing, I was like, let's fucking go! Oh my gosh. Also, because I wrote a paper about determinism and why I don't like it. Or predeterminism, I mean. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I like free will. I like determinism, man. Or wait, am I getting them mixed up? No, I'm not. Predeterminism. Boo. Determinism. Good. Yeah, free will, bro. Free will for the win. Because if, Sayo, let me ask you this, bro. If everything is predetermined, then how can I call you a little scrub right now, huh? Freaking scrub. Freaking lost to Judai, bro. Take the L. No, he's a cool character, but... we're going on 45 minutes strong. What else is there? Probably time for me to get some lunch, bro. Hit the gym. Yeah. So this was one of the coolest parts of the show where I was like, yeah, I'll fuck with this shit heavily. Was the Neos and space theme where Judai is transported into another dimension where he's talking to a Neo-Spacian dolphin. You saw the little image I put up of the Nah I'd Win dolphin in the Jim Crocodile Cook essay, bro. Shit's fire. Just like another setting, like I'd be down to chill there, bro. And I don't smoke, but if I would like a dream blunt rotation area to like chill at, like setting, like I'd go there, bro. You know, I'd go to Costa del Sol 2 in Final Fantasy VII, and I'd go to the All-Star area in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Just absolute vibes of places to be. So, Professor Cobra. Oh yeah, so Professor Cobra. So that's another example of just amazing writing. I don't even know if it's amazing writing at this point, because I go from watching like Solo Leveling slop to this, and it's just like, oh wow, there's actual like backstories now. So his whole obsession with getting his son back, we really delve into that whole theme of, bro, I just got hit with the craziest like flashbacks of the whole like Sayo and his sister backstory, and like I could make a video essay on that, and I might consider it. I can't get into that right now though, I don't have the mental bandwidth. But you know, losing his son, I'm cooked. Losing his son, I have to get better at this, man, because you know, there's gonna be times where the dating arc continues and I go on these dates, and there's going to be times where I have to teach someone the entire lore of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, and I have to be prepared to do that on the spot. So, let's go. His son, literally, he's obsessed with getting his son back so badly, so much he wants to get his son back from the dead, not realizing that if he was a truly loving and caring father, he would let his son go. He would honor his son. He would grieve his son, and he wouldn't torment his son by bringing his son back into the world. And what happens when he gets his son back? It's like an evil spirit. And why is it an evil spirit? Because you're not supposed to bring back the dead, bro. I'm watching D. Greyman right now. It's very similar. Amazing show. I love it. I think I'm on episode 15 or 14 something. It's all about that philosophy of life and death, and you shouldn't really bring back the dead. You should really just have respect for the dead. And it's about people that are just desperate to bring back their deceased loved ones, and they bring them back in these, they turn into what are they called? They're not called, oh, animus. And they're just like turn into these evil kind of robot things that are controlled by this evil dude. And it's similar to GX because this guy just becomes this evil spirit with that kind of devilish dual disc. And then we see the fucking apocalypse start on Dual Academy and genocide starts happening. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I thought this was a kid's show. Yeah. And, you know, we could get into Ubel right now. We could go into Ubel in depth and go into Domino City and Judas versus Kronos. And we get into season 4 a lot more, but and the message, I guess we'll just talk about the message is like coming of age tragedy, where it's like that aspect of like, oh, we're just kids and we're just everything's innocent, it's all good. It's like, no, that's not what this is. Things have changed. Things are very different and they're not what you think. Don't be fooled by appearances. There's a lot more going on here than just playing some duels. However, the ending of the story kind of flips it and goes back to, hey, just do what you want to do for fun. So there is that aspect of like the complex stuff, but there is also the